We are an AFPAC.
Sorry, so this was the first sign that things weren't going okay. Fuentes, I mean, the whole thing was a disaster from jump.
Oh,
but he goes, I will be making an announcement about AFPAC shortly. Bad news. And now here it comes, the full-on cope. Next slide.
Oh,
Look at this, just paragraphs and paragraphs of cope. AFPAC 4 canceled.
Oh, yeah. I knew it. By the way, I knew it. I called it.
The event was never meant to happen in the first place. It was a total scam, Groypers. He goes, yesterday, as our team finished setting up our stage and began preparing to rehearse the program for tonight, our venue, the Russell Industrial Center. By the way, that name, Russell Industrial Center, it's exactly what you think it is. It's some shitty boarded up warehouse with like fucking broken windows and graffitied all on the inside. Yeah. Now it's like an event for raves and concerts and stuff. Which is like, is this really the best venue for a political event?
The Russell Industrial Center.
They informed us they will not permit us to go forward with the event in breach of our contract with them. Now this was all revealed to be a lie. Because they thought what happened was Fuentes was using a group on the ground as cover. He was using like a shell company that was saying, oh, yeah, we have a high-class corporate event coming. At no point were they informed that they were hosting Nick Fuentes in America First. And they say as much in a newspaper article that we'll get to.
No way.
But he goes, we attempted to negotiate with the property manager, but they had already called the police, who forced our 100-person team to leave the premises and threatened to criminally trespass us.
That's a lie.
They locked the doors with much of our equipment still inside. They say they'll be pursuing legal action against the venue for breach of contract. It's bullshit. He goes, over the last 24 hours, we have been working nonstop to put together an alternative venue, but on such short notice. Now listen, everybody knows how this works. Anybody who's familiar with this sort of politics, and Jaden broke it down. This is what he said. He goes, every single time that Nick hosted one of these conferences in the past, they had one, if not two, backup venues already booked. And they wrote into the contract specifically what the event was for who was hosting and stiff penalties if they broke it. Nick didn't do any of that. When you're hosting a dissident, nationalist, white supremacist, whatever you want to call it, right, conference, you have to have a backup venue booked.
Yeah.
It's rule number one. He didn't do that because he wanted it canceled, because he didn't want to put on the event. It was a scam from the fucking beginning.
Well, only 200 people. He only sold. Well, he's like, I sold out tickets. By the way, you can buy tickets at the door. Like, it was not sold out. There's 200 people.
We're going to prove even more of his fucking lies. So let's just go to the next slide.
Okay.
You see, look at this. Teddy Feezer. Very sorry to hear the AFPAC news. Can't imagine how difficult that announcement was to make, or how brutal it is to hear for the thousands, yeah, I'm sure, Ted, who flew out for it. Was Feezer one of the ones who flew out, or was he sadly not invited?
You know what that means, Ash? Wait.
Oh.
Mr. Sun came up and he smiled at me.
Woo!
It really is the best day ever.
Wake up, Ted!
And I find it really ironic, Ted lamenting this, because it was him going to AFPAC and giving Nick Fuentes his driver's license.
It's what got him doxxed.
That allowed Fuentes and the Groypers to give his docs to Ethan Ralph to broadcast everybody.
So Kino.
Isn't it funny?
So
Ted coming
beautiful.
back to lick the boot. Ted, just look at the sad little emoji from little Ted.
Sneed has gifted 5 subs.
Let's
go.
go.
0 sub for a sub. Gino 88 for a sub, leaving us 24 away from the fucking goal.
So far as my theory on all of this goes, that the event was never meant to happen, I just want to point out, not one single speaker was ever announced for this event. They announced VIPs and people who were going. Yeah.
That girl with the pedophile husband in jail.
No, she wasn't even a speaker. She was just a guest.
What?
So they had no lineup of who was to speak whatsoever. It's bullshit.
Did you hear what happened with her, by the way?
Oh yeah,
Big Tech leaked out all these DMs where she's trying to get dick pics.
She's thirsty for Big Tech's penis,
and he revealed it all. Whoa, that was so funny.
All right, so now everybody starts to get their dunks in. Here we go, the Dunkapalooza. Here's brother Nathaniel's dunk. He goes, "I warned you, AFPAC 4 dead on arrival."
Yep.
Only a few gullible groypers showed up. He calls them goypers, that insult. It's tough. Then Milo getting in his dunk. He's finally hit the 2, 3, and 4, just like he always wanted. In the sense of, flaking, failing, not winning.
Yikes.
Tough. It's tough when Milo's dunking on you like that.
That's a rough one.
Here comes the
Gabe
Hoffman dunk. Oh, ring it up, Gabe Dub. Bring it up, Jew Dub. Here he comes.
Ding.
Breaking. Nick Fuentes has canceled AFPAC. The infamous neo-Nazi is lying when he claims nearly 2,000 planned attendees. A couple hundred attendees were planned for a hotel with tickets available at the door. I want to point out, and I think it's in here, the Russell Industrial Center only holds 700 guests. That's the maximum capacity. And it says their tickets are available at the door.
Woo!
So at best, they sold 600 tickets, and they didn't even sell that by the size of the crowd we see. It's sad.
They didn't.
It was going to be 2,000 attendees. We swear. Look, there it is. It would have been our biggest yet with 2,000 attendees.
No one believes you, Nick.
The live fact check, max capacity, 700.
No one believes. Look, he is. I'll say this too. This is actually crazy, guys. On the Clip channel, when we post a Nick video now, it's the lowest out of all the jokers. Because it's like done. We won. It's over.
Yeah.
Cozy is finished.
And that's why Nick knew he didn't sell enough tickets to actually put on an event. Look at this. This is from Chief Trumpster.
His number one guy.
This is his new number one guy, which is really sad to say.
Yeah.
This is his new number one guy. He says anyone requesting a refund is disloyal. Name and shame them if you know of anyone who's doing it.
Doxing.
So they're going to dox any groyper who asks for a refund for a phantom event that never happened. And other guy there, dead inside Andy, you're a total piece of shit if you ask for a refund. No, actually, you should be entitled to a fucking refund. But there are no refunds to be had. Get doxed, bitch. Honestly, it's what they deserve. If you were gullible and stupid enough after all the years of us warning you, then fuck you anyhow.
This has to be the fucking last straw, right?
Now, they did.